All right, folks, welcome to FCRB TV, and I wanted to do a quick video on the Super Cup from last night between the European champions Real Madrid and the Europa League champions Atlético Madrid. As you know, it ended 4-2 in favor of Atlético Madrid. In extra time, 120 minutes were played. It was a pretty good match. I thought that the intensity was good, but I mean, obviously you could still tell that it was still, tail end of preseason, that they really haven't, neither side had really gone, all out for it. You know what I mean? I think that Real Madrid looked good for most of the time. Diego Costa caught them sleeping in the first 50 seconds, gave Atletico the lead in the first, minute of the game, and then, then Real Madrid pretty much bossed it after that till, they took the lead. Benzema looked good. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because, with the departure of Ronaldo, a lot of these young football fans out here today, they think that one player or two players make a team, that a team can't survive without certain players, and that is just absolutely wrong. Cristiano Ronaldo is a massive player. He's a fantastic finisher. He is Mr. End product, and leaving the Bernabeu for the J. It's definitely a loss for Real Madrid, but Real Madrid is still going to be a dominant side. Real Madrid were dominant before he got there, and they're going to be dominant after after his departure. They still have a sensational side, and I think that with the more responsibility that players like Marco Asensio, even a player that I'm really big on is Dani Ceballos. Dani Ceballos is a very good player. He came on, I would say, the second half? He came on in the second half, towards the end of the second half, because Madrid didn't even start the match, and he came on early in the second half. But these young Spanish internationals that are gonna get a lot of opportunity under Lopetegui, and we cannot forget Lucas Vazquez. But Lucas has been playing for some time now anyway. That was Zidane's boy off the bench. So Real Madrid, and as I said, with the team dynamics now, with Asensio in there, it's more about moving the ball, and Gareth Bale played pretty well. I thought that he was being marked by World Cup winner Lucas Hernandez, and Bale was ripping him apart. Bale was having his way. That equalizing goal scored by Benzema on the header, Bale just ran past Lucas Hernandez, and Hernandez is a good left back. He's a World Cup winner. He just won it, and he just got roasted. He was on toast by Bale. Bale was destroying him. So Bale was looking good, and now it's a more free-flowing system at Real Madrid, where anyone can, be on the end of the build-ups, and that goal that they scored where Bale, flies down the right flank and whips the ball in, and then I didn't even think that Benzema was going to be able to get on the end of it, because I thought Savic had him marked, but he was a great header by Benzema, and it's 1-1, and then they're going to halftime 1-1, and then they kept Atletico really couldn't threaten Real Madrid enough, and then they got the penalty, which was a deserved penalty. No VAR needed. Juan Fran handballed it. He kind of lost his mark and was afraid the ball would fall to Benzema, and tried to just get in the way and hit his arm, penalty. And then Sergio Ramos steps up, tucks the penalty very smoothly, as if he's a number 9 himself, and Real Madrid go up 2-1. And at that point, I was like, wow, Real Madrid's done it again. They're going to win this and keep going. But, having Diego Costa, this guy, man, I tell you, the type of center forward that he is, you can argue whether or not he's the best center forward, best number 9 in the world. But I tell you what, he is one striker that I'm sure no center back wants to deal with. Center backs, the top center backs in the world would rather deal with Lewandowski, even though he's sensational. They'd rather even deal with Suarez maybe, but not even Suarez. Suarez and Diego Costa are cut from the same cloth. Suarez is a bit more technical, but at the end of the day, they're both beasts, and they're strong. They'll give you hell, run you over, step on you, push you, and no center back really wants to deal with that for 90 plus minutes. Even though Diego did not play the 90 minutes, but what was I gonna say? He's just a handful. He's so strong, and in the box, man, I don't know how you slow that guy down. You know what I mean? I really don't know how you slow that guy down. I'm glad I'm not a center back. So, but I tell you, he's a striker that for us to have a striker like that, oh my God, that'd be amazing. But so he latched onto a ball played into him by Correa in the midway to the second half and made it 2-2, and then they went into extra time. But Griezmann came off after some time. Diego came off after some time. As I said, Madrid did not play the whole game. So you can still feel a little bit of preseason-esque vibe in the game, even though it's the first trophy of the year. But technically it is still like a friendly, just that it's kind of almost like the Community Shield like. So, even though Real Madrid ended up losing 4-2, I mean, a wonder strike by Saul. Saul is a big player now, man. He's a sensational player, Saul. So Saul scores a wicked volley to make it 3-2, and then Koke, caps off the night with a nice little slot to the far post, and that made it 4-2. But even though Real Madrid lost 4-2, I think they're gonna have a very good season. And I tell you what, they're gonna challenge Barcelona more so than obviously last season, where it just didn't start off well for Real Madrid. I think they're going to be very much in the thick of everything Real Madrid. I think they're going to be just as good, if not better, this season than they were last year. And then Atlético Madrid is going to be in the thick of it too in the La Liga. So it's going to be a sensational season in Spanish football. Obviously, there are going to be other teams there that are going to be, they have good teams there all over the place, you know what I'm saying? But I also wanted to say about Real Madrid that I do think that, it depends on what they really want to go with. Are they going to say, Marco, Lucas, we're going to really ride with you guys this season and give you every opportunity to become stars, or do they splash the cash last minute and get Eden Hazard? Are they going to do that and get him on the left there to complete the trident up front? For me, I always like the whole idea of the youth products becoming top stars in their boyhood club. So I kind of would love to see if Marco Asensio gets that opportunity. But you could see that that's where you miss Ronaldo a little bit. You know what I mean? You miss him a bit. And to have that star power, to have that fear factor back on that side of the pitch, you might have to go and get Hazard. But, it all depends on what Florentino Perez wants to do. I think Lopetegui is comfortable with the squad that he's got now and believes in the squad that he's got now can challenge in all fronts, and as do I, as I've just said. So, it was a pretty good game. Sergio Ramos is, my boy Pablo is a big Real Madrid fan, and he's always told me how great Sergio Ramos has been telling me for years. And I've always known he's a good player, but, I didn't want to give him his just due as my boy Pablo has been giving him. But I tell you, I think that he's, Sergio Ramos has become fine wine, man. He's just gotten better with age. He's a good player, man. He's very intelligent. He's, even how he's been handling the verbal joust with Klopp about the whole Salah thing in the Champions League final. He's handled that quite well, and just the way he moves on the pitch, the way he leads his sides, I just have to applaud him, because he is top level, man, top level. And I tell you what, did you guys notice in the game? Not even notice. Did you see the incident where there was a ball played down the flank of the first half, the right side, and it was a mini counterattack for Atlético, and it was a foot race between Diego Costa and Sergio Ramos, and Sergio beat him to it. Sergio won the tackle, and Diego tried to get a shoulder in and try to knock him off the ball, but Sergio had already won the tackle, and then Sergio fell, and Diego Costa stepped on his neck, bro. He did him. He stepped on his neck. That wasn't an accident. That's what I'm talking about. Diego Costa's a monster. He doesn't care. My man stepped on his neck. Now, here's the thing, what Sergio Ramos did to Salah in the Champions League final is part and parcel. Guys are coming in to get stuck in, to get into you, and what happened last night, Diego Costa, trying to bash up Sergio, that's part and parcel. You've got to come ready. You've got to come ready, because there are guys out there at the highest level who are ready to do whatever it takes to win the game. Hook or crook. That's what some guys operate on. And you might say, oh, well, that's dirty. There's no place for that in the game. Yeah, you can say that. But look, man, the pitch is big. There's a lot going on. And some dudes don't agree with with all that fair play stuff. Diego Costa stepped on his neck. Sergio got up and later on tucked the pen. But then Diego came back and scored the equalizer. For me, I thought that was just fantastic play on both their parts. I've been through some tough battles myself where, some crazy things have taken place. And I'm just, letting those young footballers out there know that, look, man, you got to come correct. When you put your kid on and you cross those lines, you get in there to play your total 90, you better get ready, because you might come across a Sergio Ramos or a Diego Costa, and the referee may not catch it all. So that's what I'm trying to let you know. When I'm sitting there watching it, he totally stomped this guy's neck, and he could have tried to avoid landing on him, but he didn't care. He loves going at Sergio Ramos, and Sergio Ramos loves the challenge as well. But I tell you what, though, if he'd rather play against Lewandowski or even Harry Kane than play against Diego Costa all the time, I'll tell you that right now. That man is a beast, crazy. But yeah, man, it was a good game. 4-2 Atlético Madrid. Congratulations. I have no horse in the race in this one. Just a footy match that I thought I'd like to cover, since it is footy after all. Basically, first title of the season, and two big sides were playing. It's a big cup. The Super Cup is big, so had to give my 2 cents on it. Because this channel is not just for Arsenal, it's football all over the place, all over the world, because it's the beautiful game. So yeah, 4-2 Atlético Madrid, Super Cup champions. Let me know what you think of the match yourself. Let me know what you think of that, coming together between Sergio Ramos and Diego Costa, because I want to know if you think he meant to step on his neck as well. But anyway, you all have a great day. Yeah, great day. And we'll be back. FCRB TV. Ciao.